Greetings, everyone. This is Joanna from Heavenly Radiance, and we wanted to welcome you in at this evening experience. So, thank you for connecting with us. I wanted to do a shamanic storytelling energy universal channel. I've called in the guides and the teams and the shamanic councils and the groups that are working with us, and then we'll do a couple of tarot cards at the end, and we do some sound. And my intentions for the sound tonight are just to soothe the fields, the multidimensional fields, the cells in the body and the tissues. And I find that when I'm working with sound and tone, that I feel uplifted, and the densities, or it's just like wrinkled paper or wrinkled fabric, and the sound just smooths it out, releasing what needs to be released. So I've called in and has set the intention, and you can as well, just to call in the highest healing teams to assist you in releasing what needs to be released, smoothing out what needs to be smoothed out, and allowing the greater light in. And that's what light language does. It is a frequency of light. It's a frequency of wisdom and information that connects with our DNA. It connects with all that we are as light, and it will do what it's meant to do. So we just wanted to connect with the teams and with the heavenly councils, and they're already with us, so just know that. And we wanted to connect with divine and heavenly shamanic storytelling, and the shamanic storytelling and how it is represented with the human family, the human collective, our human history, the children's collective, where we are right now, and how we are threading our ways into higher vibrational light, and how storytelling and our sacred communions like this at nighttime, storytelling with fire and with our sacred intention. Already clearing my throat. Thank you, Archangel Michael, and my healing teams, and the Rainbow Masters of Holy Light, Saint Germain, and the various councils that we're working with, and the sacred energies from in and around the various councils of Earth and different Earth frequencies, as we're all setting up new vibrational timelines. And we thank you for joining us here today. And the many councils that are representative of the heavenly councils, they're representative of many of the galactic federations and galactic groups that are also a part of your family, and not only are the family that you are also co-creating with on Earth, but they're also a part of the family that you belong to and that you are of. And many of you understand that you've had dreams and you've had awakenings of yourself on various light shifts and within council meetings, so that you're allowing yourself to bring more of your dream time into your every moment for moment waking life, as if your realities and your conscious understandings are threading as one. And as Joanna has explained in several occasions, that you are in and of itself a massive mansion of the heavens. And you could know that there are an infinite number of doors and experiences within those rooms, vibrational and experiential with others or by yourself, that you could go into and tap into and thread into. And so you have the infinite array of experiences vibrationally for you to tap into, and allow yourself to perceive that each moment is a new vibrational experience, and how easy it can be to open a new door and walk through, to co-create in the frequencies that you so choose. And so allow yourself that power, allow yourself that recognition, allow yourself the higher knowing, dear ones, that you are divine and you are sacred, and the all is gifted to you. And as you walk into each door, we're reminding you, dear ones, that allowing yourself to acknowledge and accept all that you are within all rooms. It perhaps might not seem viable at points when it's so challenging, or when perhaps you might have said something you thought after that, boy, that didn't sound like quite myself. But releasing it, letting it go, and forgiving and moving on. Allowing yourself the full acceptance that you're ever moving in varying frequencies, and to recenter within who you truly desire to be. And that's the only way, that, dear ones, that you realize that, is it? Finding your way, threading back and forth until you find that center point that says, this really feels good for me. So allow yourselves those moments of beckoning yourself back to center. That's your power. That's the empowerment that you arise within, dear ones. Knowing that you can take yourself anywhere and bring yourself all the way back. And you've got the heavenly councils, you've got the myriad of beings assisting you with healing at this time. So call upon us at every moment. What you find you can't carry, we'll assist with. Allowing yourself to ground with the Gaia, allowing yourself to ground with all that she is. She wants to come through at this time. The various Gaia councils and the Gaia Consciousness, the Pixies and the Elohim. We've got many creator gods here. Thank you for joining us in this way. And we'd like to give you a bit of a representation of where we're at, as if you're all sitting on top of a mountain, and in this mountain there is a beautiful sacred cave, and you're all sitting in your various sacred caves all over the world. And you're co-creating this beautiful and sacred experience. And within this sacred experience, you're calling in the light, and your cave lights up because it's you. And these caves at the top of the world, if you will, are connecting and conjoining through the heart, through the storytelling that you all tell, as if you're all in and of it, the crystal skulls of creation, and you're vibrating at internal stories and vibrational stories that you've each come here to share. And as you open up your heart and as you share your authenticity, you're sharing a part of Source Creator. And it's all sacred. It's all sacred, dear ones. And so many of you have those frequencies of fear and doubt. You know, how should I share? If I share this, will it be accepted? If I share this, will it be like the others? So you can let those worries and those doubts just rest within your divine sacred heart with the divine faith that you are walking with Source in every moment. And every moment you show yourself, you express yourself in the most authentic way that you can. You're a vibration of Source, don't you know? You've got to express, you've got to let the love flow. You got to allow yourself to spread out into new wings, dear ones, and soar once again into new depths of new heights of co-creation. And it might not be anything like what you've thought in your mind, because your mind can't really comprehend what's going on right now, and we want you to let it go. We want you just to release it and just be okay with the moment for moment breath that Source provides. That's all you need. You need your breath. Your breath is the Source essence, that is God, living within and without, threading it all as a big story and a big song. Can you be with that? Can you be with the gentleness of that? Can you be with the expression of who you are as Source? Just open up and just be expression. I am an expression of Source. I ground with the essence of Gaia living through me in this moment of now. I am one with the heavens. I am one with Source. I am one with Gaia. I am one with my human collective. And all that I am in the purity of my intent to live in my highest and in my best, I allow myself to express, explore, and experience myself anew every moment. And every moment is perfect in this way. And every moment I build greater trust that I am one with Source. And these mountains that each and every one of us are partaking ourselves within, they've got vibrations so unique. That the tribes of the day have come forward with their storytelling, and they're all sitting around you as the tribe leader, and they're all watching and awaiting. What shall we discuss tonight, tribe? What shall we discuss tonight? And a young one lifts up their hand. And you each say, yes, young one, come forward. You've got such wisdom within you. What you been doing today? Share your story. And the tribe leaders simultaneously open up their hands as if they're being received such a gift, and they are. For their hearts and their minds are open, dear ones, for you're sharing at your heart level, and it's all sacred. You're all God. And these children come forward with a unique perspective, don't they? Each and every one of them. Sharing their day with you through their eyes and through their hearts, through their creativity. And the tribe gasps and awes in their storytelling of their trials and their tribulations and their traversing through the forests yet unseen they had not partaked upon yet. Seeing the creatures and seeing the little things bibble and bobble about around their feet, not knowing what their names are, but they're creating names for these little creatures. And that's where some of these names on your earth come from, did you know? Did you ever think that it came from a child? I bet you didn't think that, did you? Not in this perspective. For the little ones, rarely come forward with their stories unless you ask. How can you allow the children to come forward in their unique identity and be all that they are? For they've got stories to tell you, make no mistake about that. They'll twist and twine a story for you, and they'll make you laugh and giggle, and they'll make you so mesmerized by their intelligence and their wisdom. They'll make you look farther and deeper into the sky, and they'll remember through their hearts that they belong everywhere. And they'll make you question, and they'll make you remember who you are. For their breath and their heartbeat is within you, is it not? Is that not what oneness is, dear ones? That each one of our stories are twining together something new. And in a sacred space such as this, you intend your sacredness just to allow yourself to come forward and share. You're creating new vibrational stories, and how sacred they are. You just want to gather and you just want to commune. And that's your fifth dimensional frequencies calling to you. Can you not hear it? Can you not see yourself through the little veils, if you will? And you can barely make out the outlines of the bodies and the movement that's going on. And you know it's just beyond that veil, but there's one more lesson you just gotta garner. You gotta bring it within you, you gotta integrate that lesson. For that lesson is gonna make that journey so much more interesting. It's gonna make that journey so much more rich. It's gonna make that journey so much more profound. For you're going to want to be on the other side of that veil and say, I get it now. I get it. I live with full compassion, and the voice of everybody must be heard. The voice of everyone must come forward so that we can create these caves. We can create this world with the stories and the vibrancy and the colors and the dialect of all. Are we respecting the stories of all, dear ones? Can we allow that to be your challenge for tomorrow? That you walk forward and you ask someone their story, and you truly be present within it, and you listen, and their sacredness comes forward. And your sacredness is just dancing with one another, creating new sounds and tones, and there you are. You're acting as one. You're being as one. You're behaving as one. And the new song of Source Creator lives on in new ways. Great and holy sacred light, dear ones. You're all special. You're all required. Your voice, so tangible in the heavens. Your expression is so tangible, it changes all things. So allow yourself the permission to shine and come forward. Express in new ways like you've never expressed before, for those are the creations of the new world. And you know it. You're having dreams about it, you know it. So come forward and play, dear ones. That was an offering from the insectoids, grasshopper, cricket type beings. The Andromedans offering a vibration of sound that will allow movement, if you will, dear ones, within vibrations of who you are becoming, how your bodies change, how your fields change, and movement will be so more fluid. You find yourself moving and wanting to move in more delicate and elegant ways. So allow yourself the exploration. And we look forward to meeting you in your dream time, dear ones. We come to you with great light, releasing everything that you're harboring within you. For most of you like to carry around such guilt. And we allow your hearts to open and release it all. Remembering you're pure light, dear ones, you're pure light. Nice, yeah, Tiantakiananakates, yeah. Hananakesiananatai, Yananakata Ayana. Huyananatatai, Kiananakates, Yananakate, Yananaka. Hatmayan, Hoyanana, Yananaya, Yanayana, Oyanaya, Yan. Hatanakesiananata. Fairies and the pixies dancing about at your feet, dear ones. Dance so lightly. Just step lightly and see how you feel. See how different you feel. What we're doing here is we're giving you different experiences on how to feel within your bodies. Okay, how to move differently and lighter, like a little pixie and a little fairy in a new world that just wants you to step lightly and play and dance. Dance lightly and be jovial with your children. They want to see you dance. They want to see you sing. And how happy the walls within your homes feel when you're singing. What happened to being joyful, dear ones? The planet wants to hear you sing and dance. You're so sacred. So much love coming from Gaia. So profound. She's reminding me that I'm the singer of the forest. They've missed hearing me sing. Just sending love back to them. Oh, so profound. Thank you, dear ones. Thank you, Gaia. Oh, where's my tissue? I love you, Gaia. I love you, fairies and pixies and all of the beautiful beings that have been with us here today. Thank you. Allow yourself to know that you can create movement and allowing yourself to open up to the universal energy that comes in all forms and all ways. I've been connected with the insectoids from many different realms, many different planets that are all helping us. They're very they're helping in the study of what's moving through our bodies and how we're transitioning in new frequencies of holy light. And they're very elegant and delicate, and they help me so much with my body and my healing. I can often feel them, in my room at night when I'm going through healings. And they're very quiet and delicate and gentle beings. And there was some beings that kind of looked like crickets, grasshoppers, crickets. And they were really big. They're really big and beautiful. They're so beautiful and elegant and allow me to tap into the various vibrations that I wrote about last year, how we perceive, it was in one of our radio shows, how our bodies, whether we walk on the ground on 2 legs or on 4s, they were showing me the various vibratory differences on different species. How spiders walk on the planet and how we walk on the planet, it's different, obviously. But the vibrations that they pick up, and the insectoids and the reptilians and all these different species that we sometimes and oftentimes don't think about our oneness with them, and how we can incorporate the oneness when we think about how they sense and move about life, allowing ourselves to be placed within their brilliance and their genius and what they offer us. Again, bringing community and bringing oneness to the all that is around us. It's so awe-inspiring. And what beautiful people like Jane Goodall has done is just bring the one species, the species that she's studied for many, 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 many years. She's brought that awareness of our oneness releasing the separation between us and our species that are on our planet, that we wouldn't know how much we rely on them unless they become extinct. And then we would feel the emptiness within us, because they're a part of us in the universal realms, on the Orion system. There's so many, Syrian star system with so much rich species, and many of the species here on Earth are been brought from different planets for us to bring those stories and richness of experience for the different vibratory experiences. And they helped me understand. They just brought that connection with me, which I never thought about before, not in the way that they just offered it, is the connection with the forest and singing with the forest, and why I was so emotional, because it's been a huge healing for me this year, is to peel away the many layers of who I thought I was and who I was told I was, to open into the songstress of the earth that I am and the songstress of the universe that I am. And I've remembered visions of my most beautiful times and memories with Source Creator singing, creating life through forest, creating life through life with Source Creator. And there were memories that I blocked and shut down until this summer. I'm reawakening to one of the many passions and gifts that I have to offer this new earth frequency, to begin rebuilding timelines and rebuilding consciousness weaves that are through the higher frequencies of sound. And I'm sure I'll remember so much more. But what they were showing me in that connection through the forest and through sound is that I saw myself as a tiny little creature, singing at the trunks of the trees, and I could feel the vibration of the various species all at once. And for me, going through the varied frequencies of ascension, being empathic, intuitive, psychic, and all of the very heightened gifts that I've come with, it's been quite overwhelming at times to process and integrate everything that I can feel and everything that I can sense and normalize it. Sound has been really integral in that, because it's allowing me to put what I can't explain and what I can't put into words. I can allow it to move through me and live through me through sound. And it's really important, because that allows the expression, and it's not congested within me in confusion. And I've been a proponent coming forward and talking about how important sound is. And not only does it help the multidimensional bodies through healing, like I've just explained, it's been a way for me to process and integrate and have those energies live through me, but it's also allowed me to bring the energies of the forest into one song that then go into the vibrations of Gaia's song and Source's song. And so the excitement that I see and I feel and I remember is the deepest love that one can feel and sense with the all that one is immersed with. And there's vibrations beyond what we can tell or hear or sense, but that we can begin to open up at our heart and offer through the song of our own unique soul. Because each of us singing our own unique song adds to the color that this planet will become. And this is what's truly rich for future generations and generations. And there will be many, 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 many studies in higher consciousness study, platforms that I hope to create, a school of higher consciousness study, and the revelations of light and sound, and how it affects growth, and how it affects, healing the mental body, healing patterns through the synapses and the fields, and healing, changing the vibration through water, healing the planet through sound and tone. And so it was a beautiful remembrance, is what they're saying, because I know these things, and it's such an authentic moment right now that I'm having with you, to remember who I am as a universal being of consciousness, and to begin to express it in a way that is really needed. I'm just feeling into the stories that are coming forward. They're saying the vibrations of sound are so key to every aspect and level of life within the oceans. Within our consciousness. Source is the song of all life. And it's a beautiful song. So beautiful. So blessed. Thank you. Whew. Thank you for reminding me who I am. Thank you. And this is why these gatherings, these sacred gatherings, are so important. Just to carry the sacredness and the presence of who we are with one another, and to do it in an authentic way that reminds each other that we have so many gifts. You know, there's going to be perhaps someone watching this that will remember, you know, why they feel so happy in the forests or on walks, and they feel the vibrations of the land speaking to them, and the trees and the flowers and the insects, and why certain insects just come to us. You know, like there was that time I've written about it, all these magical experiences that I'm so blessed to be aware of. But there's one time in the wintertime when I was just finishing, I think it was my third book, and I was just getting at the end of this book that it seemed like it took me forever, because I had it in my mind to get these 3 books done. You know, so egoic. And it was just so much information and beautiful things that I had experienced. I just wanted to share it, you know. And then I wanted to take a big break, you know. But I opened up my computer in the middle of winter, and there were 2 ladybugs, you know, on my screen, you know, and it was a laptop. So I opened it up, and there were 2 ladybugs. And so it was just like those types of things. I mean, where would a ladybug come from in the middle of winter? Why is it underneath my computer? You know, it's still walking around. You know, I mean, that's just source creator. And you open up to that beauty. You open up to that oneness that you are, and you acknowledge yourself as special and divine and passionate and magical and majestic. And you allow that portal of source to live through you. And every animal in the forest will come out to be with you, you know. And sometimes when I'm outside, and I just I do my singing and toning, within minutes, you know, there's huge collectives of birds that just come from nowhere, you know, and they'll start singing with me, and you know, the insects and the squirrels. I mean, everybody's coming out, you know. So it's truly magical for us to perceive and create these new experiences, and to know that we're really vast, and you know, there's so many beings all across the universe that are assisting us in remembering who we are, you know. And about 2 months ago, you know, going through these, the process of ascension is pulling back the layers of self-doubt and limitation and lack of self, and truly loving yourself and healing yourself. And my teams had sent me in my dream, and you know, there was 3 words: remember who you are. That's 4. Remember who you are. 4. I'm counting on my fingers. You know, it was just like these 4 words, and it was bold, you know, the big sign. Remember you. You're the only one that can do it. You're the only one that can sit in communion with your teams and say, I want to remember who I am. Please show me. Show me tomorrow one of my gifts. Remember who I am at the cell level, you know, my soul level, you know. I'm having a hard time getting through this layer of release here, and there's just so much doubt that I have. Please show me who I am, you know. But we have to ask, we have to seek, we have to want to know the depths of our richness. We have to want to experience the beauty where it just brings you to tears. That's soulful living. That's when you're truly fulfilled. For me, my experience, because you're answering and you're living in the call of your soul, you're living the soul song, and it can only be done through experience. Through your expression of who you are, your source expressing source to create, you know. So one card has come out here. Oh, this is beautiful. The Keeper of Secrets. Oh, and the peacock. Wonderful. And we want to call on the beautiful animal energies, the Keeper of Secrets. So I'll let you look at the peacock while I read the Keeper of Secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust in your own higher knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and in solitude, you will find your strength. And that's bringing something to mind. The secrets is there's been certain things on my path that I haven't shared, many things I haven't shared, because they're really sacred for me, and it's my sacredness with Source, you know, and the the environment that I'm sharing it with. So know that you don't have to share everything. You keep what you need to keep for you, that story that's really sacred with you and Source, that's a part of your journey. And those other things that can be freely expressed, if you feel that inspiration, I just simply must share this. It seems wonderful and beautiful, and perhaps someone else might sing too. You know, those are those expressions that you know must be shared. So just know that you can keep those aspects of yourself sacred and private between you and Source. Not everything has to be shared. And that's your own, you know, your soulful journey with Source. And so the peacock, oh, this is what we were just saying. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility and to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for all life, and the more good will come to you. Be true to yourself and recognize that you are your own brilliance. And you know, that's the energies of the peacocks. You know, they're all about, this is who I am, and you know, so what if you don't like it? You know, and that's what many of us that have come, especially with unique gifts that have not been offered yet or understood yet. But my soul knows, and my higher self knows, that I have absolute power and gifts and resolve and respondence to know that I have the strength to transform and transcend anything that's challenging or would question or doubt my gifts or my uniqueness and my brilliance and the shine that I have within. There's oftentimes I said, well, how can I explain these things when I can't even understand it? And knowing that they're part of creation, they're creational stories, they're creational laws, you know, and do it in a way that would make sense for the human public, so that we can view ourselves in a more profound and greater light and greater vibrancy, so that we each come forward without question and doubt, especially the children coming with so many profound gifts, and bring them forward. You know, you're so unique, so profound. Never question that. And they help us understand. That's why our care and our responsibility for all of Earth's creatures, insects, bees, birds, dolphins, whales. You know, I spend a couple of minutes every day praying for different collectives of animals, and just sending those thoughtful prayers. You know, we're all going through our own releases, but we're also connected with every single species. So to just take a few minutes a day, that's part of our service. That's part of our reconnection and oneness. And I was going to pull one more. So thank you for joining for this tarot chat and song, shamanic song and sound. And open up your hearts and just know that whatever, you know, will be moved and received is meant to be moved and received. Oh, this is so amazing. Music. That's amazing. You put it in there. And this is what we've offered in some of our other vibrational. And there's a story coming out there for me. And these two women are creating the forests there. You can see the forest. But for me, what's coming up is a shamanic creation center, a little circle that they've created for special events, for celebrations, and for ceremony, to allow the tribes and the peoples to gather. You can see in the way that they're dressed that it is ceremonious. It's the celebration of something special. And it was always done in just about every one of our cultures without question, through silence and sound, commingling and harmonizing as the juxtaposition of all life. You know, it's that 0 point and then breath, inhale, exhale, sound and silence, reverence and profundity. You know, it's that ever moving elixir that is Source. And each and every one of us have that potential just to release and live within that fluidity of sound and song and intention and joy, and bliss, and just to move with the planet, carefree, without having, this is something that I'm going to be learning in the next year, is to live freely. Trying to have that so it's not so, is to live freely in joyful play, because that's when the real magic occurs. And I've done it on my own, but I'm now with this channel, and I thank all of you for tuning in and joining, is I'm doing it authentically for others and with others. And that's really, really important. It's taken me a long time to get to this place of acceptance, and I hope that it can be a portal and a forerunner for others, who are also feeling those same inspirations, or healing those same trepidations, and healing the same similar Akashic persecutions and stories and themes that we've each come with, the teasing and the bullying and all the things that each and every one of us have experienced, to heal them and allow ourselves to know that we're truly special and sacred. And oftentimes we don't understand that or realize it until we look back and say, that's why I went through everything. It was really valid and profound. And I can honor myself in this process now. I can truly honor who I am and come to life in a new way. With that honoring comes great responsibility and respect, that I must express myself. There's things that I can keep sacred and secret, that those magical moments that, things just come out of nowhere, and it's that dance with you and source that changes you forever. Those are those alchemic shifts where you absolutely know you are a part of the majesty of creation. And there's nothing that anybody or anyone can say that will change that. That's ascension, moment for moment awakening. I am a part of that. I created that synchronicity. I am one with it. And you move forward in your dance, never looking back to see how far you've come, and be proud of who you are and honor who you are and be sacred within who you are, and really love all of those sacred geometries that are you, allowing your soul to live through you and honor your light in every moment. Even in those moments that feel tough and challenging, when there's negative frequencies and stuff that you're healing and letting go of, or you're clearing for the collective, or you're just helping someone that's having a bad day, allow it to be, I stand in my light and I shine and I offer it to you. I'm going to detach from it because I'm so empathic and intuitive. I can sense every frequency that you're sending. But I'm going to detach and stand in my light, and I'm going to offer you light in return, and I'm going to return to my center so that I can continue being the light worker and the healer that I am, and give you the space that you need to heal what you need to heal, and know that you're one with everybody, and everybody's moving through something difficult and challenging, but we're all here for each other. So create harmony and care and community and a little song and music, and know that you are the keeper of your own divine journey, and however you want to share it and express it is perfect and beautiful, because you are vibrant and you are shiny and glowing. And the more that you are okay with that and claim it, that's when your empowerment grows and you truly stand within all that you are with source in every way. Light, sound, color, communication, whatever it is that you're here to create, whether it's through food, healing, teaching in new creative ways, however it is, you're sacred, and honor and claim that. It's your dance with source, with all creation, and you're changing it all. So we thank you. So we say good night, dear lighted ones, and have beautiful, peaceful dreams and sacred song that allow you to become into all that you are, as you accept and own and acknowledge your uniqueness, your specialness, and may your dreams be vivid and colorful to align you with something greater. Good night. Namaste.